Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is DayDream Daze, and today we are back with another review video. This is something a little bit different because it's not any of Doomsday Systems neighborhoods. It's actually a neighborhood that was sent to me by Chrissy, that is her Discord name, and she asked me to review her Pleasantview, which I think is super duper cool because I never ever thought that there is such an interest in my neighborhood reviews, and I think that was just the sweetest thing ever. Actually, thank you again for that. I'm just so filled up with love. Anyways, so this is Pleasantview, and I tried to record a little bit earlier yesterday, and we started with the oldies, reviewing the oldies, and I deleted some rugs that were so randomly in the middle of the road. Okay, so this is the next day after editing the whole video, and I just realized that even after the whole process of editing, I still had a 1 hour and 40 minutes part of an episode, which is completely unacceptable for YouTube. So I decided to split it into two parts, and the first part will contain the first and the third family because they're a lot smaller, and the second part of the first part, because this was supposed to be a whole episode, will be the second family, and that one is going to come out a little later this week. Very, very soon, so stay tuned for that. So let's get into the Oldie household. Something that I have noticed since I tried to record last time is that the most of the family descriptions are either inexistent or outdated because they are basically the original ones that were in the game from Maxis. So, yeah, I'm going to read them anyways, but just so you know that they are not very accurate to what happens in the family in the point of time that we're talking right here. So, the Oldies are simply one of the nicest families around. Their years together through good and bad have made them into the wonderful parents and grandparents they are today. Okay, I tried to record this yesterday. Not yesterday. I tried to record this morning, and my reading was much better than which. Yeah, it's kind of understandable. It's about 11 p.m. right here, so it's kind of, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I'm a night owl, although at night I'm starting to lose a little bit of my brain. Although it's weird, I concentrate a lot better on doing very detailed work, if that makes any sense. But yeah, we're here with Leonid. Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce his name, which sucks. But we have a bunch of bold sims, which, funny story, that is because I had to replace the facial genetics for some of the characters of the neighborhood. And those characters, for example, Arya, I'm absolutely sure that I replaced her face genetics, and I think that messed it up somehow. Oh, which is kind of yeah, it's very awkward, but at the same time, I must say that I really love the skin default replacements, or the skins in general. They're they just seem so soft. I love it. And by the way, I'm using Chrissy's mods folder that she used while playing this world. I completely replaced my downloads folder with the downloads folder for the neighborhood, if that makes any sense. So that none of my mods will conflict with any of the mods used in that world, and we can also be right there, fully in the atmosphere that the world was created in. And yeah, what do we have here? So, Leonid, he is about, I assume, 15 years old. Looking at his lifespan, yeah, kind of 15. And he's a public school student. He's an A plus student, and he's also mastered logic, creativity, and cleaning. He's such a studious boy, but his aspiration doesn't really make sense on that route, because I would expect him to be a knowledge sim, but he's actually a popularity aspiration sim. Okay, I need to get my ish together. And yeah, he also has a girlfriend, Betty Broke, who he wants to go out with, which is so nice. And I mean, it's not that nice because usually going out means that they kind of run away from home. At least when I play, there is a little runaway icon in here when they go out, which is, yeah, well, teenagers kind of do that a lot. You don't know where they are and they kind of get in trouble, which is very teenager like. Anyways, so. And by the way, I'm choosing the order of the review, I'm just choosing it randomly. I'm just starting like from a left to right manner. So, Coral and Herb are dead, which is so sad. They are Leonid and Mary Sue Pleasant's parents, so it looks like they had one more child, and that is Leonid. Oh my god, I feel so embarrassed that I cannot pronounce his name. And let's see. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention he has attraction with more ladies than his own girlfriend, and they are also friends with him. So I don't know how to interpret that, but I don't want to go into the dirty route. Anyways, so he is an Aries and he is neither fit or fat. He's actually skinny and he's very, very outgoing. That's what stands out. Of course, serious and grouchy, but not super duper. He is like kind of there with that. I'm not going to go very much into the details of that because I never do, but yeah, because the Sims don't really have bios. I expected them to not have bios because none of the family descriptions were ever modified, or they are completely non-existent, and that is something I kind of don't like because in my personal gameplay I like to, I don't know, just write something stupid in there for each of the families. It's actually something fun I do. I'm a weirdo. I have very weird ways to have fun. So I don't know, it feels like a part of the family's personality is kind of cut off, and I kind of need to, play the game to start to discover these things rather than have a brief idea of them from that, but that is just fine. Everybody has a different play style. So he's very, very interested in culture, food, fashion, and environment too, but not super duper. He also is very interested in paranormal, weather, work, kind of in sports. He's pretty interested in school because he's over halfway there and he's also an A plus student, which is so good for him. But yeah, I generally don't really present the interests of a sim unless there's unexistent bios. So we need to have a little bit of a grasp of what the sims are as a person. So I'm thinking interests are kind of important there. So what I get from his interests is that he is a very, very responsible sim. He's a little bit of a weirdo as well. He's trying to keep that part of himself hidden, if I have to be honest, because most of his interests are just very, very responsible interests like work and school, and yeah, and the rest are just generics. So he's a pretty, I must say he's an interesting sim, but he keeps his interesting part a little bit hidden under his coat of responsibility. And he also loves music and dance, with more accent on the music because he also wants to be a rock god, which is level 10 of the music career. So I'm thinking he's more interested in music than dance, but it's both of them are together in there, so it's all right. And he's also interested in arts and crafts and nature, and has access to those hidden community lots as well, which is really good. I really love those hidden community lots. I normally, when I was younger and I was playing The Sims 2, I couldn't wait to make my Sims be able to get into those hidden community lots. It's so cool. Anyways, besides my hyperactivity, I'm taking it from the back. So he has been helped to study by Herb, and it looks like they have been taking care of his intellectual side because he maximized his logic skill, and he made a bunch of friends, which is very much to be expected because he's a popularity sim. He saw Snow, of course, and had a bunch of best friends. And he aged up well. Who would have thought? Thinking how happy of a childhood he had. Like Herb and Coral were very much on top of helping him develop intellectually, and yeah, they're just the nicest people ever. Who wouldn't want to be the child of Herb and Coral? And ooh, he's earned all the grants for university. So if he decides to go to uni, he will get super duper rich. But he's already rich, which okay. So he had his first kiss with Betty, and he had a family reunion, which is something I need to look into because I want to have family reunions in The Sims 2, but I don't know how, and that might be a mod. But if it is a mod, I need to get it. It's just, I need it. I need family reunions in my Sims 2 life. So, yeah, he discovered all these new places, and he had his very first woohoo with Betty, which it looks like he's a man. He's a man now. He is, in my opinion, a sim that has matured very, very fast. And I'm thinking that is because his parents were just so old and he was kind of mentally preparing himself for them dying. So I don't know, that may be that he's a very responsible sim in my mind. He has matured very much before his age, so that doesn't really surprise me. I just don't see that being a bad thing. So I mean the very first woohoo at 15, so it's alright. And then he made out with her and all that good stuff, and then Herb died. Poor Herb. And then he inherited money from Herb. His relatives got engaged. Angela and Lilith both got engaged, which actually really surprises me because they are the kind of Sims that I only see as their whole life purpose is to fight each other and kill each other. So I'm actually glad they saw a little bit beyond that and tried to search for love and other stuff in their lives, which is so good. So Angela graduated, Lilith graduated, and a bunch of best friends that he made and friends, and then he fell in love with Betty, which is weird because he fell in love afterwards. They, you know, did the deed, which is yeah, well, he's a guy. Who can blame him? As long as he did not get her pregnant, because then he would be a douchebag. And yeah, this one memory is actually doubled, I think. Angela graduated. Yeah, weird. And she's gotten married, and then he snuck out with Betty. That's a sneaky teenager. And then he went on vacation because he learned a local greeting, and then oh, poor Coral died. And then he inherited money from Coral, and then he learned couples counseling, which is so sweet. And then he maximized his creativity, painted a masterpiece. OMG, like Leonid is kind of killing it with life at 15. And yeah, a bunch of friends and best friends and good friends, and yeah. I mean, this one is for BFF and this one is for best friends. Kind of almost the same thing, almost. And Paige got abducted by aliens. I don't know who Paige is. I don't care about her. And then discovered Peerless Park, another hobby community lot, and maximize the cleaning skill. Bunch of friends, and then relative got married again. Another thing that I wanted to show you is why he's got Angela and Lilith Dreamer? Oh, Lilith has married a dreamer, that's why. So yeah, it's because they are his nieces basically, but they're a lot older than him, which is weird, but oh well, it works in The Sims. There's a lot of messed up situations in The Sims, but it's not that messed up for Leonid because I'm thinking he was adopted when Coral and Herb were already elders, which makes sense. And poor Mary Sue is already an elder, but I'm quite happy that she managed to work it out with Daniel, because as most of you guys know already, they kind of had their relationship on the rocks when you first start playing them in Pleasantview. Mary Sue is way too wrapped up in her work stuff to realize Daniel's romance needs, and that's why he cheats on her with the maid, and they're supposed to get caught, and yeah, it's only going downhill from there. And then they actually even had a third child, Paige Pleasant, which is so good, but at the same time I kind of wished for a boy. Because it's already like twin girls, and it just makes sense to have a boy for a change. But if Chrissy plays The Sims the same way as I do, I never ever replay the cutscene where the baby is born, save right before the birth, and then just replay it so you get the desired gender. I just like the game to kind of toss that coin for me and accept the faith that it is the way it is. If that makes any sense. Yeah, I prefer the game to surprise me all the time. He is very attracted by higher education women, which is so nice. So I'm thinking that he will go to college with Betty, so he's going to be even more attracted to her. And he is also attracted to makeup, and he hates a hard worker. That doesn't make any sense because you're a hard worker if you have a higher education, I feel like. Or not. Some people just like to get their diplomas. They don't like to put in the work for that. So, and it looks like they have a little bit of really cute, what is it called? A greenhouse. in the backyard, which is so cool. And they have cucumber, strawberries, and peppers, and more peppers, cucumbers. They're all thriving. I've never ever had thriving plants in my Sims games before. Like you're doing something extremely right if your plants are thriving. Because mine are kind of dying all the time. I'm barely keeping them alive. I don't think I have ever let a plant wilt lately. I'm on top of gardening lately, but still never thriving. They're all most of the time they're all the way down in their needs, and the faces are all sad, and I'm like, oh, they're going to die any minute. But anyways, we're just going to jump on to the next family because I just spent like 20 minutes on the first family and it only has one sim. Mm, this is craziness. I might need to do it in more parts, but I kind of don't want to do that because I don't know, it's shameful because people do it in like 15 minutes part and I'm like 50, 2 hours, 3 hours. So let's actually go to the Dreamer household. They don't have a family bio, so of course nothing to read. Okay, so ooh, I really love the house. It's so nice. I like the dark wood floors. They're so nice and it's so small and cozy and modern as well. It just seems like a normal house, to be honest. Just looks so good. And they have a little pond in the backyard. I like this. I think this is a fixer upper car and I like it a lot and I love all the trees. Oh, this is such a nice house. It's weird with all the random stuff in the front yard or whatever this is, the side of the house. But it just looks so nice and cozy, and we have some instruments for, for breaking leaves and doing all that garden stuff. And this looks so good under the tree to have a little chess table and a telescope. This has to be my favorite house so far in The Sims 2. I think I might even use it in my personal gameplay. I think I'm just going to export it and just add it in my personal gameplay towns. It's just awesome. I just cannot say anything else than that. It's just looking super duper awesome. Okay, I need to stop gushing about the house. Anyways, so let's start with Dirk Dreamer. So I'm thinking Dirk is actually Darren's son, and oh yeah, Darren and Darlene had Dirk, but it looks like he has two more siblings. He has Desmond Dreamer and Daria Dreamer that he's had with Brandy Dreamer. That's so sweet. Brandy finally found her love. Oh my god. That's so sweet. And she also had Betty, who's Leonid's girlfriend. That's so sweet. But Bo, Dustin, and Bo. So that means she did not have a boy. She just had a girl. And normally, Brandy always gives birth to a third son. So that is interesting that it did not turn out to be a boy. Anyways, so why is he standing in those books? In those phone books? Very, very old school. Ooh, he's maximized the mechanical skill and he's super duper good with creativity. So it looks like he has attraction to Angela Pleasant, who's also a friend to him, which is actually Dirk doesn't seem like the type to cheat, in my opinion. Let's see. So he's a Cancer. He is very, very balanced with his personality. He's kind of nice, kind of active, and kind of neat. He is kind of shy and kind of serious, which is yeah. I'm thinking Dirk is a very, very balanced sim. And he's also barely fit. He's almost dropping into skinny, which is fine. I don't know, even if my sims are super duper chubby, they're still cute. um yeah, but skinny is absolutely no big deal. So I don't think he has he has a bio, true. So though it's been hard without his mother, Dirk has made every effort to do well in all areas of his life. Oh, I'm thinking this is the original bio that he's had in Pleasantview, written by Maxis, but it's all right. Not really like I usually play the game, but it's all right. So he's very interested in politics, culture, food, a little bit money, a little bit health, toys. He's very interested in toys and school and work. So I don't know, maybe if I can see him if he has children with Lilith. I can actually see him just helping his children with their homework and playing with them and being like the super dad. That would be so cute. As far as I know, in real life, cancers are usually very family orientated people. So I'm thinking maybe if he has a secondary aspiration slot available, I would choose family for him. Just because he's a cancer and he has all these awesome interests. And yeah, no interest in crime, which is so good because yeah, you cannot be the perfect parent if you commit crimes. That's not good. And no interest in environment. He's not very eco-friendly. Let's just put it as that. Um yeah, I guess that's basically it. Very interested in health and yeah. So he is super duper enthusiastic about tinkering and arts and crafts, it looks like. He has also a membership to the secret lot for arts and crafts and tinkering, but tinkering is like it's his whole soul. I think that arts and crafts is mostly inherited from his dad because, as far as I remember from seeing other Pleasantview Let's Plays, Darren is super duper into arts and is painting all the time, so I'm thinking he just took that from his data. So let's see, he made a BFF, he had a great wedding party. He's got married, maximized his mechanical, restored his first car, which is oh, that is so cool. Maybe because he has such enthusiasm in tinkering, he could make a business out of selling fixer upper cars, like the cars that he has built basically or fixed or whatever. I'm just thinking of that, but this because it's his first could be their family car. Even though with those strikes on the sides, I don't know, it just feels weird to just drive your family around in there. Okay, I'm just dropping my son off to school in this flamey car. Weird, but yeah, let's see. So he made best friends with Darren and saw ghosts. Oh my god. And he kissed Nancy for the first time? Who's Nancy? Nancy. Oh my god, this is not good. I just said that I don't see him as a type to cheat, but it looks like he is. Because I bet that he got engaged to Lilith. As a bad memory. Are you not really in love with her, or is it a glitch, or is it because he should be secondary romance? I don't know. I don't know. And of course, he graduated with honors. And what is that? Because it's when it says graduated with honors, I see that a lot of them have different endings. Summa cum laude, and yeah, I'm totally butchering that. And cum laude, I have no idea. I have no idea. And he reached maximum enthusiasm in tinkering, which is so nice. And he's got master robot here. Can we make robots? Make one? Oh my. We need to make all the robots in here. And the Monty bot. And the Hydro robot. And the Clean bot. And not really the toy robot. And the Sentry bot. I've never ever had any of my Sims get that talent badge. Oh my god! I really need to play this neighborhood for one rotation. I really need to. I think I'm going to do that. I think. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm super duper excited to do this just because I want to try all these things, and it feels like all the Sims in this neighborhood are just so skilled, and I just feel like playing with that just for a tiny bit, just to see how it feels to have Sims that are on top of everything in their lives. Because mine have their lives falling apart, to be honest. Just to see how it is, and I don't know, just doing that, I'm thinking, why not make videos for you guys of me reacting to Sims that have their lives together, at least for once. And of course, he made friends and graduated with honors, like I said, and got engaged and made it to Dean's List and all that university stuff and Will's garage permit and having a lot of BFFs. He's super duper popular. Went to college, grew up well, learned local greeting, master flower arranger. Oh my god, Darren! I mean, Derek! And did woohoo with Lilith. Oh. Darren got married, got engaged, fell in love with Lilith, discovered the Muse Art Studio, got into private school. That's so cool. Graduated with honors. Ooh, Darren! Can you go to university? Is there a mod in this world that you can go to the university with, even though you are already an adult? Because if there is one, I'm thinking it's very interesting. Although I don't know, it doesn't make any sense really to be a young adult after being adult for a while, like getting younger all of a sudden. Made out with Lilith, snuck out with Lilith, went steady with Lilith. Kissed her for the first time, and oh, he grew up badly. Oh no, and got the D report card. That is just such a dreadful memory. Darlene died. Aww. And he was a really good student before his mama died. Then his grades dropped, which is very, very normal when tragic things like that happen. So sad. And of course, he's got all his toddler skills. And he is attracted to red hair and a great cook, which I assume that Lilith is, hopefully. And he's turned off by unemployment, which is it's fair enough. But he's unemployed himself. Okay. You really need to get a job, Dirk. And let's jump to Lilith. So she's a paralegal and she has so many skills and maximize her body skills. She's level 5 in the legal law career. And let's see what else. Oh my god, she has so many attractions around town. So many attractions. And she's super attracted to Dustin Pleasant. And she's also friends, BFFs with him. So I'm thinking this is a forbidden love type of thing, maybe? I don't know. Looks like they have a pet in here as well. I did not notice it. Maybe they used to have a pet and then they put it up for adoption or something like that. Which is sad. We need to get them another pet. Oh, no, we can't because Dirk is not interested in animals at all, if I'm not mistaken. So that would be a mistake to get an animal. Maybe that's why they put their pet for adoption in the first place. This is sad. I need to delete it because and also the rugs on the road. Oh no! Pit stop rug. Maybe it's where the cars stop? I don't know. I will try playing without them for a little bit, and then if that creates any trouble, I will just put them back. So this is the Pleasant family tree, of course. I guess you have already seen it. She's a Sagittarius. She's super duper fit, which is good, and she's very, very active and playful. She's kind of grouchy. She is shy and super sloppy, which is very Sagittarius-like. She has a bio. I guess it's the bio from the beginning of the game, created by Maxis. So Lilith had it harder than her twin sisters, so she says. Which, just ain't fair. Aww. So she's not interested in politics at all or environment. She's not eco-friendly at all. She's not interested in fashion, not interested in money or entertainment. She's very interested in crime, which I feel like it just fits her a lot. And food. And sports and paranormal and toys. And toys. Aww. And sci-fi and a little bit in travel. She also hates animals. I don't know why they had a pet bed in their house if they are not interested in animals at all. So I don't see them getting pets anytime soon. She's not interested in work or school either, so I'm thinking, why does she want to be in the law profession? But I'm really, really happy that she's well on her way to fulfill her lifetime want. Although it doesn't really make sense, in my eyes, I feel like Lilith should always be in the criminal career because she's very interested in crime. I don't know. But anyways, she's very, very interested in music and dance, and she also has enthusiasm in fitness. Too bad she's not really working on her hobby. So let's see her memories. Of course, Lucy graduated. Who's Lucy? I think it's Lucy Burb. And got a job. Had a great wedding party. That's so sweet. A family reunion. Reached the top of the military career, but then she changed jobs. Oh my god. So that's why they are actually pretty well off with money. Oh. Paige got abducted, got promotions, made BFFs, maximized skills. Oh yeah, the body skill and got a promotion. So that's why she is so fit and maximized her body skill. That is because she was in the military. That is so cool. I feel like she's such an overachiever for just a 22-year-old. It feels like there has been some other things happening. Maybe in her young adulthood she was in the military, and now I should assume that maybe she is about 25-ish, which I don't know if it makes sense or not. Maybe I'm just babbling too much. So she made best friends with Daniel, earned money, got a promotion, made BFF, found a job, and inherited money from Coral. Oh, Lucy graduated. I'm wondering how much money, because a lot of people inherited money from Coral and Herb, and they didn't really have that much money. Like they lived in a trailer house. It doesn't really make any sense. Um, Maybe they got like $5 each. um, so Lucy graduated. Lucy got engaged. Coral died. Oh, got a good reputation. Angela got married, another family reunion, best friends, graduated with honors, and all the other family members, of course, graduating with honors, earned $5,000, got engaged to Dirk, and all the, university memories. Angela got engaged as well. And had a great party, of course, because university, and made BFFs, learned new greeting, inherited money from Herb. Oh, poor Herb. Of course, because he died. And then made 10 best friends. She's a popularity aspiration sim. I was just about to say she's super duper social. And had a family reunion, went to college. Angela went to college. She aged up really well, I guess, and had a lot of BFFs. She's like the heart of the party and the town and just everything. She's got a lot of scholarships and had a great party, made best friends with Lucy. Ooh, had her very first woohoo with Dirk. Oh, it feels like all the Sims in this neighborhood did their first woohoo as teenagers, which is, I don't know how to feel about that. I just feel like it's just a tiny bit too early, but I guess it's not too early for a lot of people, so no judgments on that. And had a family reunion and made all these best friends and BFFs and made a wish in a wishing well. That means there's a wishing well in this town. That's so sweet. And taught Paige a nursery rhyme. I don't know exactly who Paige is. I forgot. Oh yeah, it's no. Oh, Paige is actually their little sister. Oh. And ooh, wanna fight against Angela. There we go. All the fights and made enemies with Angela. Oh. But yeah, it's good she has all these friends and learned to study from Daniel, fell in love with Dirk. Oh, so at least they kind of gave her some attention as well, her parents. I don't know. Because I think that was the main reason why she hates Angela so much. So Daniel graduated, Mary Sue graduated. So she went steady with Dirk and then got busted. Ooh. Oh. Okay, so she robbed the house? Oh my god. Snuck out with Dirk. Kissed Dirk for the first time. Grew up badly. So she grew up badly, but her sister grew up well, which is always nice. Oh, so she always grew up badly and her sister grew up well. So I'm thinking it's something about their upbringing that their parents just did make the difference between their children. So that is not good. So she loves higher education people, which is Dirk, of course, and loves very, very mechanical Sims, which is also Dirk. So that's so nice. And her turn off is perfume, which is so weird. I mean, it's not that weird. I personally hate perfume if it's not. I'm going to also delete these because they're never going to have a pet in my opinion. But yeah, I hate it when perfume is just way, way too strong. It just makes me sick. Anyways, yeah, I'm thinking to just end this part here. So I would like to actually thank you guys so much for watching, and I really, really hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to do something with this video. If you want this series and all the other series to continue, if you enjoy my content, just consider subscribing because I'm doing really, really bad with time for recording these videos. So the more people are subscribed, the more motivation I have to take a little bit of my time. Not a little bit, actually, it takes a good chunk of my time to do these videos. It just motivates me to just take that time and do something that I know people would enjoy. But, anyways, I would like to wish you a very, very nice day or night wherever you are in the world. See you guys with the next video. Bye, guys.